What is up, guys? It's King Gaze here once again here on the Super Ninja channel. Today I'll be giving you guys a review on One Piece manga chapter 707 entitled B Block. Now, this chapter was indeed good. I mean, it has some good aspects, but overall it was just an okay chapter. There was a few fights that kind of stood out to me, but mainly the one part that actually stood out to me in this chapter was the ending, talking about Luffy and how Luffy got exposed. And I thought that was very, very interesting because it was talking about Monkey D. Garp, and it was like this big, huge man. And we got see some Cavendish talking about how he wants to fight at least one person from his worst generation. So that was the most interesting part. Besides that, there really weren't some other interesting parts. Like I said, the fights were pretty cool. My favorite one in this chapter was the first one, kind of how I believe his name is Strategist Dogma, how he's basically starting an alliance to protect King Elizabeth II. And basically King Elizabeth II, he's like a fighter, and he can charge up his punch, and his punches are like strong as shit. Like his punches are, I believe, are on like Whitebeard's Devil Fruit level, because that's what that's what they kind of made it seem like on like Yonko level. But the weakness of it is that he has to charge up for 1 hour, so that's why everybody's protecting King Elizabeth II. So that was really, really interesting. There's some other few interesting parts in here. Bartolomeo, or Bart, is actually just laying down. Now I don't know if that has to do something with his devil fruit, or nobody just really doesn't give a fuck. I mean, because maybe people are underestimating him, or maybe he just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I don't know. I mean, overall, this chapter was a good chapter, okay chapter. Not that I don't know. I mean, the chapter, in my opinion, really didn't stick out. You know, the only part that really stuck out was the beginning with the King Elizabeth II, you know, the fighter, you know, with punches and shit, and the end when Luffy got exposed by that big, huge dude talking about Monkey D. Garp, and, you know, Cavendish talking about he wants to fight at least one person from the worst generation of 2 years back. So that was really, really interesting. But now let's talk about some of these fights. These fights are actually pretty interesting, and one of them has my name, Ricky. So let's talk about my favorite part of this chapter. Yes, that is with King Elizabeth II. Yeah, I kind of messed up his name. It's not King Elizabeth II, it's King Elizabeth. The reason why I say this is the best part of this chapter, in my opinion, is because it was really, really interesting. I mean, King Elizabeth, he's a brawl fighter. He's a king, and I like how he has all of the subordinates around him, you know, protecting him and whatnot. And it's said that if he charges up his punches in 1 hour to the full max and he times it correctly, even a Yonko will fall from the punch. That is crazy. Like, that punch is probably stronger than Luffy's rifle or anything Luffy has to offer, even with armored haki. It's said that a Yonko will fall victim to that punch if it is timed correctly. I don't know if it's for bluff. I don't know if he's lying, but from what I've seen, that shit is real. It looks real, and shit is about to go down if he does indeed time it correctly. But my little thing is, I don't want to say it's a little plot hole or whatnot, but my little thing is, couldn't he hit on the ground and have like the ground earth shake? But that might be because like the whole like Coliseum corridor and whatnot would just like break apart. Because if it is indeed that strong of a punch, I'm pretty sure the whole Coliseum will fall victim to that punch as well. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, because a Yonko is on like, it takes 3 ammos. In my opinion, I think it takes 3 ammos to defeat 1 Yonko. So either whoever Yonko it is, I don't give a fuck. Whitebeard, Shanks, Big Man, Blackbeard, fucking Kaido, I don't care. It takes 3 ammos, which is Akainu, Aokiji, and Kizaru. I mean, it's just, I'm like really fanboying over this punch because it's said to take down an emperor, like a Yonko. Like, you guys gotta know how strong a fucking punch has to be in order to take down a Yonko. The Yonko self-proclaimed one of the strongest pirates in the world. So that's the reason why I'm fanboy over it. But that's why it's the most interesting and best part of this whole chapter, because of the whole Yonko thing and the punch. And I really want to see if the punch actually lives up to its, I guess, name or power, I guess. I don't know. I don't think anybody has actually seen the punch. I mean, it's been said that they've seen it because I guess it's like a little legacy. So I'm really ready to go let that punch go. I mean, shit. I mean, if that's the case, Luffy does not stand a chance. I mean, of course, one-on-one battle, Luffy will destroy his ass. But that one punch against Luffy's armored haki or whatever, Luffy will lose. I mean, because Luffy's not even on Yonko level. Luffy is not even on Admiral level. Luffy is on Vice Admiral Plus. So yeah. The next part of this chapter is, yes, with my dude, with my man Bellamy. Now, Bellamy didn't really do anything. All he did was use his spring fruit, and he actually punched, I believe, this dude named Lepeto or some shit like that. Now, I don't know if the punch was embedded with hockey. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it is, because, like, I mean, I had a little theory. I mean, the theory is right. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I mean, it might be impact down, might be reject out, but this, I guess if you guys want to listen to it, the shorter version, I believe when Bellamy said he went to Skypiea, I believe he got observation hockey, because it's been shown that Inaru can use observation hockey, and you know he lived in Skypiea, so I believe he learned observation hockey. Otherwise, he said he came back like a newer man, and of course, you know, that's hockey. Maybe Impact Dial and Reject Dial. I mean, yeah, they're really, really strong, because Impact Dial actually pushed Luffy back. You know, when Usopp was fighting Luffy in CP9, aka the Water 7 arc, and Reject Dial probably pushed Luffy to the brink of him almost dying. So, maybe even after 2 years time skip, I don't know, something like that. But I believe he got observation hockey, maybe Impact and Reject Dial, but most likely observation hockey. So I don't know if that punch was embedded it with a hockey, but it most definitely did seem like it. And if it is, this nigga's on a whole nother level. He still is a fighter, but I mean, he's talking all that shit like he is. He's talking all that shit like he's on Luffy's level, which I'm pretty sure he's not. But I mean, hey, I want to believe that he is, because his berry binding, I believe, is like 195,000, I believe, or not thousand, million, my fault, million. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that that punch was embedded with hockey. If it isn't, but I'm thinking it is. I'm not sure. Maybe I had to reread it, or you know, maybe get some more facts regarding that next week. You know, when the next chapter comes out. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, he also pushed like 3 people into the water, and these like little fish monsters came in, and they were like destroying all these 3 little people that were in the water. So shit was going crazy. Bellamy's doing his thing, and you know, I'm not really surprised. I just want to see him do more shit, because he didn't really do anything except use a spring fruit and punch 3 people into the water, and they got ate by a fish monster. There was also a little fight scene with Abdullah. He seems to be living up to his name as well. You know, I mean, of course, he has henchmen in the back. But yeah, Abdullah, he uses a sword style, and he thinks he's the shit because he defeated like 1 person. And we'll see when Zoro comes to there and uses street style up your asshole. Another interesting character that actually has been introduced is, he's a fishman pirate, and his name is Dan Hack, and apparently he's friends with Jinbei, and he does, you know, fishman karate. So we saw a little fight with him. I'm really interested to see where this is gonna go with Dan Hack. You know, since he's friends with Jinbei, he's talking about how you know, me and Jinbei are friends. I want to live to fight for Jinbei, some shit like that, something around those lines, he said. But I'm really interested about that, and then, you know, I want to see where it goes involving his character. You know, if he's just a one-time character, or he's gonna be in here for some time. You know, since he's involved with Jinbei. You know, Jinbei, in my opinion, is one of the male protagonists, because he wasn't the last, no, not the last arc before this arc, Fishman Island. Now, the weirdest character in this whole little B block battle royale is this dude named Blue Gilly. This nigga got long ass legs. Like, this nigga legs put Sanji's legs to shame. Lord, just help me. Like, for real, I'm not even joking. I'm not even fucking joking. Like, this nigga legs is thick as fuck. Like, his thighs are thick, and then his legs are skinny as fuck. His kicks are substantially crazy. It basically defeat a whole bunch of enemies, and like, nobody can get close to him because his kicks are that wild. So I'm pretty sure, if not, that we're gonna see him versus Sanji, because I mean, that's like I wouldn't say that's like a destined battle, but you know, it's an interesting battle since his kicks are self-proclaimed one of the strongest kicks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it seems like that way, because nobody want to get back. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but yeah, Blue Gilly, weirdest character that's been introduced so far, and probably will be. You know, because his legs are long as fuck. I don't even know. Apparently, he's from a long leg tribe or some shit like that. I don't know. Weird as fuck. Interesting as shit. Blue Gilly, I guess, for the fucking win. I mean, hey, Blue Gilly versus Sanji. Alright, guys, now I'm going to talk about the mysterious Galliator. Now, I have a little theory that Galliator is the statue, or at least like maybe like a descendant or some shit like that, because nobody recognized him. Even a person on the side was saying like, I'm a veteran gladiator, and I don't recognize him. So maybe he is the statue. Then again, I look at it and I'm like, wouldn't everybody recognize the statue person? if it is him, you know what I'm saying? So, or maybe he used to be a former king, because they say he was a former gladiator, and maybe he's a former king since Doflamingo became king of Dressrosa, and since he's back, and since, you know, Doflamingo resigned as a king, he might come back and, you know, take his title. I don't know. There's a little theory going on. I'm pretty sure he might be the statue person, but he might be like a former king of Dressrosa. Never know. Oh yeah, and his name's Ricky, and that's my name. It's crazy because there's people in the stands who said like, oh shit, I've seen him before, except he wasn't fighting without a shield. Now, if you guys look, I mean, that might actually be the statue. I'm betting against he's a former Dressrosa king. That's what I'm betting on. It's kind of gonna be like that Skypiea feel to it. That's what I'm betting on. But he might indeed be a statue. You know, he might be that famous gladiator. But I'm betting on he's a former king of Dressrosa. That's what I'm betting on. Man, oh man, Bart, he disappointed me. This nigga ain't doing shit. Oh, I swear to God, he's laying down like this and watching everybody fight so he can see all the fighters dwindle down, and then I guess make his appearance and start doing some shit. I don't know. But, you know, I guess he thinks he's the shit since he defeated a vice admiral, which is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know, I want to see your powers. Because his berry binding isn't that much. So I really hope his berry binding doesn't depend or doesn't really show how strong he is due to the fact of his berry binding. So yeah, and hopefully, most likely he has Haki. If not, he has a crazy strong devil fruit. Alright guys, now this part of this chapter, Luffy, oh my god, his expression when he finds out he got exposed, when he finds out that he actually was none other than Straw Hat Luffy and not Lucy. Oh my god, bro, oh my god. Oh my fucking god. It was funny. It was priceless. It was priceless because just before that, Cavendish was talking about how he's going to take out everybody from the worst generation, all the 11 supernovas. And he's talking about how at least one of them are going to show up, you know, probably hiding behind a mask, just like Jesus Burgess did over there. So right when that happens, huge dude comes out of nowhere. He says to Luffy, how is Garp doing? And Luffy responds, oh, you know, the old man. And when the big huge old man says Straw Hat Luffy, Cavendish is like, what the fuck? Like his face expression, Luffy's face expression, and then Garp is talking, and then the old man was talking about how Garp almost killed him in the past, and he said now he's gonna take it out on his grandson. I was like, fuck, shit is about to go down. Luffy's in trouble more way than another. Now I like, okay, let me talk about Cavendish a little bit before I end up this whole review / chapter. You know what I'm saying? I like Cavendish because this nigga has balls. I like it. I love it. I love it because this nigga said, I'm going to take out all the 11 supernovas. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to take out everybody from the worst generation. And that might actually include Blackbeard. That might. I don't know. I love it. I love it. I really want to see how strong he is because I believe he made it to New World without a devil fruit. So for you to do that, that's impressive, especially by yourself. That's impressive. That's impressive. And I really want to see his strengths. I mean, I don't know. If I had to bet who's stronger, Bartomeu or Bellamy or Cavendish, it'll probably go like this. It'll probably be Cavendish, Bartomeu, and Bellamy. Just because Bellamy, his spring fruit is like fodder as fuck, and we don't know if he has Haki yet. If he does have Haki, then maybe he go up in the ranks, but as of right now, he's a third. Then it's Bart, just because we don't know if that vice admiral might have been the weakest vice admiral there was. So I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure anybody can really defeat a vice admiral. And then it's Cavendish. The only reason Cavendish, because Cavendish has said himself, I'm gonna defeat the Love Supernova, and it takes guts to say that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about Cavendish, and that's why I put him first in terms of strongest. Something like that. So yeah, that's what I like. So when Luffy got exposed, shit about to get crazy. That's pretty much it for this chapter. The reason why this chapter is actually pretty long is because I went step by step and evaluating this whole chapter. Just gave my thoughts on every single part, and this was definitely a review. If you guys like more of this, you know, subscribe down below. I mean, or whatever, you know, just subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe, and you know, do your thing. Please comment below. What was your favorite part of this chapter, and was Luffy's face expression priceless? Peace out, guys. King Ace.